and welcome to this watercolor gathering, Dragonfly with Bullrushes. This is one of the largest paintings I've done in quite some time. It's about 21 inches by 30 plus inches, and I've had it framed and it looks absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I decided I was going to do this large painting. I was just inspired by the beauty of dragonflies. And here is the story of this painting. So the very first thing I did was drew the dragonfly, the outline of the dragonfly and the circle that is around it in pencil before I started work on the painting itself. So first of all, I taped it to a board to avoid having any buckling of the paper after it dried. And then I wet the whole bottom of the paper, and I did a wet into wet technique with watercolors, blue, it was ultramarine blue, some Viridian green, and a little cerulean blue. Then I applied tissue paper to the wet paint, and then I added some dark intense paint to the tissue paper. Once that was dried and I took off the tissue paper, I started to paint in the bulrushes using Hooker's green light with a mixture of Viridian and some blue and made a beautiful mixture of greens and deep purple eggplant colors using the violet, which I also used in the water. And here is a close-up of the bulrushes themselves. And this took a lot of time, so some very sort of small ones in the background, and using intense paint and then making the smaller ones recede into the background with lighter paint. And then I painted in bulrushes in the front with the leaves and the bulrushes themselves. And then where the bulrushes were blooming, I scraped away a little bit of the paint to identify some of the white of the bulrushes exploding. Once I was relatively happy with the background, I started work on the ink using a Micron 0.05, 0.02 to draw in the details of the wings and the body of the dragonfly. And these two images show my drawing of that. Once I had completed the pen and ink, I used violet, ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, and Viridian to paint in the colors of the wings. They were all the same colors. I just used them kind of wet into wet, a combination of wet into wet and a glaze. And then I colored in the body using similar colors. Then I applied gold, 24 karat gold acrylic paint to the veins, as well as some silver acrylic paint to the wings as they're coming out of the body. I also painted the circle gold, and then after I had finished all of that, I decided to add some spatter to the foreground at the base of the bulrushes, as well as some spatter above the circle where the dragonfly is. And then I was very happy with the outcome. Hope you enjoyed this and hopefully it was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Leave any comments that you might have below. Thanks a lot for joining me.